What's up, guys? My name is MadSquash924. Welcome back to another episode of some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, Part 36. We are here in Kunda on Dantooine, and we are going to go inside the building and see what's up. But this part's locked.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
I see. I guess that's our cue to not go in there. I guess I could break it down or not. Let's see what we can find inside the old Matali estate.
I think Tarn has finally cracked. Running around like a madman, raving that he was being chased by a Jedi.
Oh, Tarn is an idiot, to be sure. But he seemed genuinely frightened, and perhaps he did see something.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Okay, so people clearly do not like Jedi around here anymore. That's unfortunate.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where is the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
What do you have here in Kunda?
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Okay. So, why would I need to see Zeron?
If you get into any trouble, here's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy.
I see. What kind of problems?
The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too.
Could you go more into detail about it,
No, I
or...?
couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron.
Okay, and there's a weapon shop, you said?
Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right.
Thank you. Great. Where are these two individuals talking shit? Ah, there you are. How dare you? Rude. Man, everybody's so negative.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship. Yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
What a treat. So first door on the right. So this is where the administrator's office is. Yep. You have a name. What's
What
up?
brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek.
I've had no problems the militia needs to worry about, I think.
You haven't? Well, that's something. I'm the second in command over here, and we keep getting incidents. Our staff is stretched thin. Too thin. If you do have trouble, I'm not the one to talk to. You need to talk to Zeron. He takes a hands-on role as the militia captain.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing. but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
I mean, to be fair though, there are some people, if you give them a little room, they'll just take a lot more in return.
Dantooine has had mercenaries on it for years. I've talked with some, and they're not unreasonable. There's gotta be some sort of compromise we can both live with.
I mean, you said it yourself, you can't bargain with a rancor.
Using my own analogy against me, the mercenaries aren't rancors. They're people, like you and me. But if you keep provoking them, it's just dangerous. I think we should be working on getting along. It's hard to follow orders that have you make things worse.
To be fair, that kind of attitude is sort of dangerous to be around, especially when you are outnumbered here on an hostile world with Cathounds, mercenaries alike, salvagers, and you are a small knit group. You gotta stay a knit group of a team, you know? You gotta make sure you don't get put into a corner.
That's a good way of looking at it. I may not agree with the captain, but I guess I should make everyone fall in line. I still worry that he may provoke the mercenaries into something more dangerous. But I suppose he may know something I don't. Thanks.
Well, I'll be going then.
All right. Stay out of trouble now.
Oh. He needed some help, and we helped him out. Adum Larp. Ooh, I remember you from the first game.
Tochi monas runta. Yun bola. Wata gratonchi mulira. Posoma britoshni tuk tuk pamba. Bora. Kino molira nibonon. Kin un no koktek. Posoma britoshni tuk tuk pamba. Bora. Kino molira nibonon. Kin un no posoma britoshni tuk tuk pamba. Bora. Kino molira nibonon. Kin un no.
And tell me, what is your loyal and noble mission?
Osmanfu ni wado de kuta na sapa. Tong wamaji. Yumali ba to ato unto dune. Osmanfu ni wado de kuta na sapa. Tong wamaji. Yumali ba to ato unto dune. In soranaka me gunsoji. Nekchi una bola monchi watatong. Soboda.
Okay, let me see what you're selling first.
Pasa susho wi. Kana ina doka ches. Kapato rondi losochi.
That's probably true. Actually, I'll buy those. We actually do not have a lot of advanced med packs. Anything in here crazy? Yeah, it's crazy prices, you mean? Only 2 of these things are actually upgradable. Not all of them. It'd probably be worth it if it was, like, all upgradable. Hello. It was upgradable and worth it? This thing? Yeah. Let's pick up one of those. Just a scope. This is what Goto is using. Plasma projector doesn't sound bad, but it's not upgradable, so... Oh well. Is the Warbowcaster upgradable? It is. It's funny that this one isn't. That's a ×3 for critical threat, though. We could potentially do something with that, I think. Hello. Gloves of Dexterity. Infiltrator gloves. Yeah. What's this? Massive crits? That's not the best. There's better things to grab than that. Cool. Thanks. Oh, let's ask more questions. I would like to ask you some questions.
Mi pasaka nocho tosta.
So, how long have you been here? Toto, get off my back! Freak.
Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikatsan. Wala kun bisking mong pal muriras nemo poituana. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikatsan. Wala kun bisking mong pal muriras nemo poitu. Bararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranich wi okapom. Niko bararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranich wi okapom.
What do you know about the mercenaries?
Barachi no sukankadon, makamando uruno intervela ino. Unisidom kanaki mochi so.
Do you know why there's so many Kinrath and Kathhounds around?
Bararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor dokinikama renzo ni inash dijon bla wenso mas. Tong abaw shan uninong. Poso ma britush niki tuk pamba bora. Tino morira nibo non kin un patno. Raliki nito! Baramas! No chucha charto ito saramaki.
Well, I'll be going then. Goodbye.
Lutanas! Antihit murira yun chuba!
Well, I want to say you have the best. Anyways, we've got gloves. Is it better than mine? Yes. In fact, it definitely is. Hell yeah. Love that. I definitely would probably upgrade the Mandalorian Heavy Blaster and stuff like that off camera. I'll just have to remember. Oh, there's Zeron.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
Neither one?
I see. Well, what's your reason for coming to militia headquarters?
I was just exploring, getting to know the people that are around, and perhaps you needed a hand.
Rare thing a visitor wanting to help out. Looks to me like you're here to explore the Jedi ruins. But we have a thing or two that need doing. You seriously want to help, just ask about it. Or any other questions you might have. You want something?
What kind of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
How much is the reward?
2,000 credits.
Well, do you know why it's so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things.
What do you know about the cave?
We used some explosives to seal the cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Okay.
That's all I can ask. You want something?
What is Garvik's connection to the militia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable all the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garvik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garvik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
Can I ask you some more general questions?
You really should talk to Barun about general questions.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be going then. So we gotta take care of the Kinrath problem, which we will go and do anyways. So that's cool. A lot of running around in this place. We won't talk to her just yet. I don't know if we can go in any of these rooms. I think we can later, though. Yep. Okay. Let's talk to Minister Adara.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm Squashette.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
The one I came in? Yes.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Let me guess, you're here to collect the bounty too?
Of course not. I'm trying to stabilize an entire planet. An exchange bounty, no matter how abundant, is little use in that endeavor. But if a Jedi were here, that would best be kept secret. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
Well, I am looking for a Jedi. Could you tell me who you're talking about?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
No, he didn't send for me, but I would like to meet with him.
Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Yeah, sure. I'll make it my first priority.
We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Do you know what dangers are on the sublevel?
Like many parts of Dantooine, the sublevel of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Lagrex have made the sublevel their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Lagrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Do you know if there's any work I can do here as well?
There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around.
Okay. What can you tell me about the people of Dantooine?
Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people on the planet right now. The settlers, salvagers, and the mercenaries.
Well, I guess the settlers.
Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part due to the Jedi. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the Sith. Losing their resources and the Jedi was too great a loss. But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that, I am confident that Dantooine can be safe and prosperous again.
You don't really seem that convinced by it.
No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet and we need aid. The fate of the Telos project is intimately tied to our own. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, their prominence will grow and further aid will be given freely. But if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving the strategically unimportant worlds to their own devices. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. Its final shape is uncertain.
What are the salvagers doing on Dantooine other than salvaging?
They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were removed during the Jedi Civil War. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits. So we had to exploit a valuable resource we had. The ruins of the Jedi Enclave. It was not a decision lightly made. And even then, we couldn't do the work ourselves. Too dangerous. And every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to enterprising salvagers. The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claims sustains what semblance of government you see now.
And what are you going to do once the ruins are empty?
We plan on using those credits to improve production and protect our world. We have enough to sustain ourselves until more prosperous times.
And then, you what? Coexist happily with them?
We tolerate their presence because we must, and they generally follow our laws. But their time is almost over. The Jedi Enclave's sublevel is the only place left with reasonable salvage, and it has too many dangers for them. The salvagers aren't warriors. Generally, they are out-of-work miners or cast-offs from other worlds.
I'd like to know more about the mercenaries.
Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave was here, they were firmly kept in check. But now, relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith trooper during the war, and I have no doubt he was very good at his job. Until they find work, tensions will grow. If you want to know more, I suggest you talk with Barun in the militia headquarters. He would have more details.
Well, I'll be going then. Okay. Let's go. Sulu?
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You
Nope.
won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
And what are you waiting for?
I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation is. That my problem is important and they'll get around to it.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
So, tell me what exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
They stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture vaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said he'd give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law was on his side, so I paid this scoundrel. Now the moisture vaporator doesn't work, because it is mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator he found for another 500 credits.
I see. So, is there anything I can do to help you?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
Rude.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
Okay. Do you know where the salvager camp is?
It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them.
I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Cool. So we have another mission. So it looks like the first line of business that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Jedi Enclave. I think that's where we want to go first. I'm trying to think if we want to go to one of the Kinrath tunnels as well, but I don't think we need to. Not yet. I think the Kinrath tunnels are that way, I think. I'm trying to remember. I think that's right. Regardless, let's move. I could be wrong. It could be this way. Oh yeah, they are this way. Okay. I mean, they all lead to a place, so let's go. They definitely weren't kidding about saying the Kinrath are out and about. Usually, if you guys remember, it was a lot of Cath hounds instead. This time, it's a little different. Somebody out there too. Maybe we should go to the caves first. Sure. We'll talk to this individual as well. Hello.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
Kinrath?
There was a time when seeing a Kinrath was a rare thing. They mostly were around some caves to the south of here. But now, they're everywhere. They're dangerous too. More vicious than they used to be. I'd stay away from the eastern side of the plains. And now that I think about it, stay away from the west too. The west is filled with Cath hounds. Dantooine is in a sad state these days.
Okay, so what are you doing out here though?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the western fringe farmers was coming to Coonda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
Do you suspect foul play?
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something,
Sure, but what's an atmospheric sensor?
It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
Okay. Do you know where they could possibly be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Cool. Atmospheric sensors, huh? We have a couple different routes, it looks like. Now the path that way? Right? Or am I mistaken? I was blocked off. I see. Well, we are in front of one of these crystal caves. I guess we probably should go into the crystal cave first. Considering Xeron said he's going to pay us for doing it anyway. So, let's walk in. There's a merc here. I see. Well, I think this is probably a good spot for us to end today's episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 here. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys have, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think of today's episode. Of course, if you're new to my channel or watched me for a little while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, over on YouTube, where my channel's right there. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. On our next episode, we are going to be exploring the Crystal Cave and get us some freaking lightsaber crystals. That'd be nice, you know? To finally have our lightsabers upgraded with crystals, I think that'd be nice. And then after that, we'll go to the sub-level, I suppose. The, what was it? The Jedi Council sub-level? The Enclave sub-level. That's what it was called. Anyway, I'll see you then. Goodbye.